Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Market Minute with Jake. I am your host, Jake Eldridge with Realty One Group Eminence. And in today's Market Minute, we are discussing the real estate activity for the Nevada side of Lake Tahoe for June 18th, 2021. If we take a look at that real estate activity, there's currently 68 homes actively for sale right now. 7 out of that 68 indicated they would be eligible for FHA financing. I always make note of that because many buyers are not only taking advantage of historically low interest rates, but in addition to that, using FHA financing so they can put as little as 3.5% down as the down payment towards the purchase of that new home, when it used to be sometimes you had to come up with upwards of 20% as your down payment. So when we dive right into the numbers, again, there was 68 total homes actively for sale. The highest list price for that region was at $48 million, the low at only $250,000. There was one home in that that 200 to 300,000 price range, one home in the 300 to 400,000 price range, one home in the 400 to 500,000 price range, two homes in the 500 to 600,000 price range, two homes in the 600 to 700,000 price range, six homes in the 700 to 800,000 price range, three homes in the 800 to 900,000 price range, six homes in the 900,000 to 1 million price range, 17 homes in the 1 million to 2 million price range, five homes in the 2 to 3 million price range, nine homes in the 3 million to 4 million price range, four homes in the 4 million to 5 million price range, four homes in the 5 million to 7 million price range, one home in the 7 million to 10 million price range, and six homes in that 10 plus million price range. So when we break those numbers down, it indicates that the median list price for a home on the Nevada side of Lake Tahoe sits at about 1.7 million, and the average list price at about 4.3 million. If we look at the days on market activity for the region, right now the median days on market for Lake Tahoe, Nevada is at about 54 days, and the average days on market at about 72 days. Now, as you know, I do like to break things down even further with inventory so limited. I think it's really important to pay attention to two things as a home buyer right now. First, you should make sure that you do look at anything that is in a new status. This is going to be the most recently listed homes for sale. So make sure you are checking that daily. And then second, make sure that you are looking at anything that is in a back on market status as well. What that back on market status indicates is that the home sellers actually had already accepted an offer to purchase their property, but for whatever reason, that buyer backed out of the transaction. Now, it could be due to home inspections. It might be because of appraisal issues. It could be maybe the financing fell through and the bank is no longer willing to extend a mortgage. Many different factors come into play when it comes to the reason a buyer might back out of a transaction. But the good news for those that are actively searching for a home to purchase is if you see a home that's in that back on market status, obviously the home sellers are going to be really excited to get that home back into contract and back moving forward towards a successful sale so they can walk away with the proceeds from that sale. So again, make sure you keep your eyes on those, and if you do see something you like, write an offer on it, and hopefully you'll cut a little bit of competition out. So when I ran the numbers solely based on the new or back on market status, only 6 out of the 68 homes actively for sale were in that status, and only 1 out of that 6 indicated it would be eligible for FHA financing. The highest list price was at $26.9 million, and the low at $887,000. The price ranges for that region for the new or back on market status, they did have one in that 800 to 900,000 price range. That was the one that indicated it would be eligible for FHA financing. They had 2 homes in the 1 to 2 million price range, one listed at about 1.25 million and the other at about 1.3 million. They had one home in the $3 million to $4 million price range with a list price at $3.8 million, and one home in that 10 plus million price range with a list price of $26.9 million. So if we look at solely those 6 homes in the new or back on market status, the median list price is at about $1.3 million and the average at $5.8 million. So that's it for today's Market Minute with Jake. As always, if you enjoy this content, please don't forget to click that like button. If you have family or friends that might actively be searching for a home to purchase, I'd love the opportunity to have a conversation with them, so please feel free to tag them in this video as well. There are a few ways that you can get in touch with me if you have any questions regarding real estate. First, call me on my cell phone 7 days a week, 775-378-4976. You can also email me at jakeeldridge32@gmail.com, or if you are watching on Facebook, simply click that send message button, and you can use Facebook's Messenger service to send an instant message with your questions, and I am, of course, always happy to answer that way as well. So that's it for today's Market Minute with Jake. Thanks again for watching and have a great night.